Briggs, right? How you doing tonight? Everything good?
Let's go, champ. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
let's
How
go,
you doing, champ?
champ. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As everybody's coming in, let us know where you're watching from. If you have any questions for the champ, go ahead and comment below, and then I could post it up and he could read it. All right. We're live also on YouTube and on Facebook. All right, right now. Thanks for tuning in. So, hey, man. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is "Let's Go Champ" because that to me is super cool. That's a super cool like slogan saying. How did that all start? The "Let's Go Champ" and how long have you been doing that for and promoting that?
Well, I want to say now about more like 10 years now. Kind of like started. Um, I was at one point I had kind of walked away from boxing. I was working a job and I had gained weight. I had got really, gained a lot of weight. I was suffering from a lot of depression and, just not really happy with my life and things were just like eating at me. And then I started taking like prescription drugs for depression and first for sleep. You know what I mean? For asthma first, to be honest with you, for asthma, and just taking medication for sleep meds and different things like that. Eventually, um, my chemistry was off, man. I was depressed, and it could have been other things as well, drinking and just life. Um, I was burning the candle on both ends, partying, boxing, take
Yeah.
making a living, being my own manager, being my own promoter. I was really, I was doing a lot, and that's who I am. So I got to a point where I was taking prescription drugs for depression and mood stabilizers, and that was worse. And again, I'm anti-prescription drugs for depression and all that because it did a number on me, and I got fat. I bloomed up to like 400 pounds, and I was
Wow, for real? I
yeah
didn't even know that. Wow.
yeah, I was feeling terrible, and then I just started, looking at my life and saying, like, if I don't pull it together, man, it's over for me. And then I got back in shape, man. I got introduced to cannabis. I started smoking cannabis as alternative to prescription drugs. I started training. I changed my whole diet, mental diet. I stopped watching certain things on television. I stopped listening to certain music. I just started focusing more on, a better life, which was again eating right, working out again because I hadn't been working out, and again all around just trying to find things that were more positive to get towards. So one day I was walking my daughter. My fat butt was walking. I was walking my stroller with my daughter, and I started saying, "Let's go, champ!" To get me back home. I was fat, out of shape, and I started saying, "Let's go, champ!" as a way to get me home. And it just stuck every time I felt depressed and I felt like I needed someone to cheerlead me. I had to rely on myself. My entourage was gone, all of that, so I had to rely on just myself as a motivation, as a motivator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it's incredible, man. That's a great story, very inspirational. But positive, right? Positive energy. You just basically turned everything into positive energy around you, and then look at you now, man. You're in tremendous shape. You have this energy too, man. Like I've been watching all your videos that you post and lives, and like, bro, your energy is insane. Like, how old are you now?
I'm 48,000 years old.
48,000 years old. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, yeah, that's an awesome story. Like it goes back to me with the reason why I asked you is because I'm known in the karate world as like saying power baby. And it's very similar to that because there was a time like 7 or 8 years ago I was kind of down and I would push myself by saying, let's go, power baby. And then I would just start saying it at tournaments and boom. So it's crazy how just like one word or one little slogan could change everything. And now you have people buy hats, shirts from you. You got all this apparel that you sell, so it's pretty cool how it's spread. It's spread all around the world, pretty much, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Definitely. ShannonBriggs.com is my website. I got merch. We sell it all. I've had video games, apps. Um, I'm working on a few other things right now, but let's go, champ. Yeah, but I'm just like I said, I'm keeping it positive, trying to stay not only myself but show other people that don't give up. You know what I'm saying? That's been my motto from day one is not giving up. I've had a rough childhood growing up. I've had a rough life, period. I didn't always make it easy for myself as well. And I just had to, even when in my darkest moment, say, nah, let's go, champ, and pick it up,
Man,
you know?
that's motivating, man. That's motivating. That's a great story. Thanks for sharing that with us. Now, your business is right. You got a lot of things going on now, right? I know that you got a cannabis business as well.
Yeah, I'm in the cannabis business as well. In California right now, we selling a dispensary called Litco. The name of it's called Litco. It's out in California. I'm actually, as of the last couple of days, I may have landed a huge deal in Michigan, working on Michigan, Las Vegas, Maine. I apologize, champ.
Nah, let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
I apologize. It's been a rough day. See, I started talking about business again, and I'm up from like
You
literally.
wake up early, yeah.
I'm an early bird. I work out, and then I'm back on the phones. I'm back making calls. But yeah, I'm in the cannabis business. Me and you go way back. I wouldn't have done it, but you, my boy, and I, from back in the days at the gym. So I had to stand and support you. You feel me? But
Yeah, man,
but
for sure.
I'm in the cannabis business. I'm in the telemedicine business as well. You name it, the champ is in it. I've always been a go getter, a hustler, a guy who had to make it for myself. I was homeless as a kid growing up. I was homeless as a teenager. Um, my mom was a single parent. She raised me. My pops was in and out of the house. My step pops, he died in jail. My mother died on my birthday. So these are the things that I had to overcome. Only child, no brothers and sisters, homeless. I had to make it. So that's always been my
Wow,
my my goal is to make it. I had a job at 11 years old. I was packing bags in the supermarket. I shoveled snow. I worked construction. By the time I was 15, I was working construction and demolition with the grown men. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm stronger than 20 people. You feel me? So
yo, that's inspiring, man. And like, there's people, that they like, man. There's no excuses. All these things you went through in your life, and you became successful, and continue to be successful, and all these things. There's people that get things handed to them, and they don't push and become successful. Like, so that's very inspirational. No excuses, pretty much. So, all right, hey, so let's get into let's get into you know this right here. Tyson and Shannon Briggs. That was like the talk for like a few months during the quarantine, right? He started training, and then you got there was all over the place, like big websites and pages about you and Tyson fighting, and then he goes and they put him with Roy Jones. So it's gonna be a good one as well. But man, I would like to see this one as well, man. What happened with that?
yeah, I think that he's been off for a long time. There was talks of it, and I was hoping for it. And a lot of people think that it would be a great fight. But there's a few factors. First of all, Mike hasn't been in the ring in a long time. I don't even know how many years.
Yeah.
Uh, I've been out of the ring maybe 3 or 4 years. I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
But Mike much longer. Mike's older, but Mike's probably was by far one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. One of them. But you know he needs to fight Roy Jones to get the rust off. You feel me? Me, I've been, I've been out the ring, but I could get back in shape. Might need to have this sparring, this fight with exhibition with him, and then if you want to do another one, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? You see me?
Hey,
Let's
you've won your last six fights, I believe, right? I was
fight.
looking. Oh,
Last fights.
oh, wow, yeah,
All my last 9 fights
nine.
by knockout
And you have the record for the most first round knockouts, right?
in
I
history.
believe in
In
history.
No man, and I'm the first Sagittarius heavyweight champion in history. The only man that in horoscopes That's a Sagittarius in the history of boxing, and the most first round knockouts in the first round, and one of the fastest knockouts in boxing history. I knocked the man out in 7 seconds.
7.
He's still asleep. Still champ.
For sure, for sure. Hey, now, this brings up a cool subject for me because in martial arts at karate tournaments, they have age brackets 18 to 29, 30 and up, 40 and up, 50 and up, right?
Mm-hmm.
In boxing, it's just professional. They're just basically 18 and up, and that's it. It doesn't matter how old you are. You gotta fight in one pretty much division. It
Yeah.
would be cool, especially with like so many legends from the past that are staying in shape and
Uh,
they're healthy, right? Imagine like a veterans division in
yeah.
boxing, and you guys are big names. You'll sell the tickets. The pay-per-views will be just as big as the young guys, right?
I,
Yes.
you know what? It came up with something. They said, Shannon. They said, champ, you too young for the old guys, and you too old for the young guys. I'm too young for the old guys, meaning that I got too much in the tank, and for the young boys, I got too much. I'm too dangerous, so I'm in limbo. I'm in my own world, my own universe. I got no
Yeah.
love for nobody got love for the champ. I don't belong. I can't fight the old boys, and I can't fight the young boys. So I'm in limbo, but it's all good, man. I'm doing great, man. I'm actually, I'm working on some huge projects right now that in turn in the few months to a year, I will be. I'm trying to find something, but I can't find it. I will be in the I will be by 2021. I'll be in the top 10 for sure. I got a plan. I'm coming back. I'm gonna fight month to month. I'm gonna stay busy, and I'll be back. They're gonna see me.
Yo, no excuses right there, right?
No,
Huh? Let's go, champ. That's that let's go, champ attitude right there. Hey, and it's pretty cool. Mike Tyson has something cool, the Legend Only League I guess it's for I'm not sure. I think it's for different sports too. That's pretty cool with that. So there's almost like a movement right now, right, with this. So like I told you earlier, I think it'll be super cool to have a veterans league. Like I pay to watch you fight Holyfield, and then or Lennox Lewis again, and then you fight, and
I'm
then
too strong and too young for Holyfield. How old is Holyfield? 57?
oh yeah, he's old. He's too old. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Or maybe the whoever wins with Tyson and Jones, even though it's an exhibition.
With me, champ, it only take one. They can say
Yes.
what they want to say, but a lot of times I get into fights and so I miss the punch. But when this shit go past their head, pardon me for cursing, and they hear, "Whew," they say, "Oh," they get scared, and they say, "Nah, I'm good." Trust me, I'm a dangerous human being. That's why I'm home alone.
Hey,
I'm home alone. I'm a dangerous human being, man.
you are
Nobody.
dangerous, man. You are dangerous for sure. And like, I was talking to one of my students today about you, right? And she had a question because she always gets butterflies and gets really nervous before she goes to compete. And she was wondering if that happens at your level, or the professional level. You're coming out to the ring, you're walking. Do you get those butterflies or whatever, whatnot? And if you don't, like, what did you do to get rid of that? That because she was talking about she's so nervous when she competes. I kind of told her experience helps too. Well, what would you say on that?
It does to a degree, but it was that was something I chased my entire career was relaxation in the ring, and I chased it. I chased it because I wasn't naturally that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not naturally. I gotta go. Like you know what I'm saying? I had to be. You know what? It took me a long time to realize that a lot of that is confidence. So I had to learn that I got to be in shape so that I can go to the ring confident. When I'm confident that I'm in shape and I'm not going to have to worry about running out of gas, that's when you relax. When you're not relaxed when you worry, when you got to worry,
Wow.
anxiety. So I learned, and I learned this a lot. I learned this in a few instances, but I didn't always put it together. You see guys that train like animals. You ever see guys like that? They
Yeah, yeah,
train like
all the
animals.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you see guys who got talent, but they don't really train that hard,
Yes,
right?
yes,
You ever
yes.
seen that? You seen that, right, champ?
Yeah, yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. But sometimes that hard work beats talent, right?
Right,
Yes,
right. Most of the time, most of the
yes,
time. But when you those guys who train really hard like animals too, they was confident because they knew that once you get tired, I don't care who you are. Vince Lombardi said it best: fatigue makes cowards of us all. You feel me? So once you start worrying about that, and you start thinking about, but if you know in your heart that you're not going to get tired, that he's going to wear out before I do, or she's going to wear out before I do, you're going to be smiling. You're going to say, you can do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to put so much tenacity on your face, so much ferociousness on your body when you're gonna smell me when I'm all over you. You're gonna say, I'm tired. I'm gonna break your will. That's what it's gotta be. That's conditioning. That's when you and when I did that, the few times, and it wasn't my fault early in my career. I'll tell you that straight up and down. Why I wasn't in the best of shape. But I was a fast starter. But I had to be. But let me tell you something, man. Being in shape and being supremely confident in your condition will
yes.
make you so relaxed. There's a few times that I was in shape that I knew that, man, I'm in shape. I knew that was my confidence. Man, I couldn't wait to get to the ring. The few times. Now, if I would have had that throughout my career, champ, man, I would probably went down in history, man, as one of the greatest, man. I didn't have no confidence as a fighter. I was always afraid that I was going to run out of gas. I had asthma. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was living in fear. But I was the type of dude that I don't care. Even if I'm scared, I'm gonna go at you. And then once I see that I got your respect or whatever, now we playing with an even playing field. Now I can, you know what I'm saying? But I got in. I had the nerve to go in, even though I wasn't really confident. You feel me?
Wow, man, that's great to hear. So it's all inside your head too, right? And working out hard and just being ready
Being
to for confidence. That's a great advice here. Hey, now going into something I was looking at,
ready.
Charlie Zelenoff, right? He's been coming at you, and then you responded to him, and it's been pretty entertaining. But what's up with that? What's up with all that? It's pretty funny.
Right. I'm trying to get him a fight because a lot of people want to see his ass get kicked. They want to see his ass flying through the air from a punch, like on Martin when Martin got hit by Tommy Hearns. That's what they want to see. They want to see his head. They want to see his head roll off and go into the crowd. So I offered him 25,000 to fight a pro fight. I'll get him an opponent, a YouTube kid. I'm actually thinking about this kid named Uzi Omar.
Yeah.
Omar Uzi. Maybe he'd be a good fight for Charlie, but I think Charlie's got a following so much, meaning that people want to see his head roll off. So I think it'd be good to have him on the show. But he's too crazy to even get him on the show.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that, and you're offering him a real professional fight. So, um, but he wants to fight you, right, or not? Did he come and fighting you as well?
Now, he never came to fight me. He went to fight. I told him, he's the best bum that ever lived
Yeah,
because
yeah,
because he went to Wilder and fought Wilder, tried at
yeah.
least, but he's crazy.
It's
He's
kind of
crazy.
funny though, and I got to give him his props a little bit because he's made it like known, but not in known as the biggest. What you say, the biggest bum, the biggest bum boxer ever.
I hate to call him a bum, but he's a pie. He's a pie. He's the biggest pie that ever lived. The
That's
biggest
funny.
pie ever lived. I don't like to use the term bum. I don't think that's
Yeah,
correct
yeah.
to use that.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. It's true. Man, but yeah, that's pretty entertaining. Hey, so just towards we're wrapping it up now. I like doing fantasy matches with my sport, with sport karate, and I was thinking it'll be cool with boxing. and give me your take on it. Okay, so I got three for you. All right, the first one is Sugar Ray versus Floyd Mayweather in their primes. Who you got?
I'm going with Ray Leonard. You know what I mean? I'm going Ray
Yeah,
Leonard. You know why? Because he was a bigger, stronger guy, and I say that to say because he went all the way up to what light heavyweight, middleweight. Like he went up
yeah, he did.
and he was bigger. I think he's raised bigger than that's what I'm giving. I'm just giving. I'm going Ray, mean, fast hands. He going for the knockout. Like he going for the knockout. You ain't really see that with Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Look what he trying to knock. He trying to knock Hearns head off into the fifth row. You know what I'm saying? He trying to. He's so mean. Look at the fight he lost to Duran. He was savaging though. He was in the rumble opposed to boxing. Smart. He was trying to rumble. He was
Yeah,
trying to get knockout.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, he could
He
switch it up. He could,
that Ray Leonard boy.
yeah, he could turn it on and rumble with you and turn it into a street fight, and he could be finesse and he could do it all pretty
He
much. You know?
fought Donnie Lalonde, man. He fought Donnie Lalonde at light heavyweight. Come on.
Yeah, he
Could
did.
you
He did.
imagine? That's like who's a top light heavyweight right now?
Who's the top light heavyweight right now?
Yeah.
Oh man, you got me on that one. I'm not sure.
I'm not too sharp with the
Yeah,
light heavyweight division right now. But
yeah,
it's like Ray Leonard fighting one of the current Floyd Mayweather fighting one of the current light heavyweight champions at the moment. It wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying?
it wouldn't be. Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true.
I'm just
Yeah,
keeping it real. But Floyd is one of the greatest of our eras. Come on, look at the money he made. Look at what he did. He put the asses in the seats, boy.
he did.
And again, people came to see him lose, but that's okay. He made it. He made that shit make him $1 billion, man. That's the
Yeah,
best ever. Now that of
he
all time.
controls his world. He controls that. Like he's one of the best fighters and smartest too, right? And he's just like built an empire, like you said. You know. Um. All right. Next, this is Mike Tyson versus Tyson Fury. Who you got on this one? In their primes.
Well, this is Tyson Fury prime now, right?
Yeah, yeah. Right now is his prime. Right now. Yeah.
That's a hard one, but it's not because it's like look how big he is, and you look at Mike Tyson is a shorter man, but even in a prime, okay, let's something is hard. It's something. This is what makes it hard to say in their primes, right? Because if you look at just the fight, okay, it's gonna be damn, Tyson Fury, he gonna try to box, he a big man. What would you say his prime was? When he beat Klitschko or when he beat Wilder?
I would say now, right? It's more recent. He looked like he even lost weight, right, in that fight, and he was
So
like,
what you think he would box Tyson or try to slug him and knock him out?
man, I think he'll try to jab him and keep him away. You know, like he'll use his length, like and then he'll use his reach. I think on him, but he is a lot taller than Mike, right? He's like, I think Tyson Fury's like almost 7 feet tall, or
Yeah,
or
yeah, but
or not.
I've been next to him in person. He ain't that tall.
He ain't that tall. Okay, yeah,
He's
because
tall, but he ain't that tall.
my friend told me today, he's like, oh, Tyson's too big, Fury for Mike Tyson. I'm like, I don't know, man. Tyson had that head movement. He could get inside anybody. I grew up watching Tyson with my family and buying pay-per-views, so I might pick Mike on this one, but it's hard to tell, because Tyson's size is he's pretty, he's
But, but,
pretty,
but wait, hold up, Chip, not to cut you off, but
yeah,
I was saying that to say this. If you take the aura of like Mike Tyson at the time, at his height, and you said they fought today, Tyson Fury might be scared shitless. If you put that factor and say, listen,
that's true.
undefeated Mike Tyson. Okay, you look at undefeated Tyson Fury, right? Is anybody scared to fight him?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there is, but not as much as Tyson. Tyson will
Who?
look at you.
Who's scared to fight him?
Nah, I don't know. I would be scared to fight any of them.
I'm just saying, who in the heavyweight division say, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm scared,
yeah,
man.
yeah. No, everybody will want that fight. Yeah, you're right. a good money day. But Tyson, they'll be like,
It's
oh man,
Tyson
wait.
Fury, Mike Tyson. You say, man, you get in a fight with Mike Tyson. You might say, wait, hold up, let me talk to you first.
Yeah, it's true. They may not care how much money they're getting.
You
That's
might be
true.
like, hold on, let me
Yeah.
talk to you first. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, if you put that that type of mentality, who Tyson Fury might be like, man, the night of the fight, he might be like, oh shit, this young animal is about to punch a hole in me. You get what I'm saying? So
That's
how can you
real.
now you say the same thing? Now, this is why I say Jack Johnson was the greatest heavyweight fighter to ever live. And let me tell you why, if not fighter ever lived. Because if you look at that, right, you get Tyson and his aura of invincibility and just terror, right? Terrorizing other heavyweights, scared. Could they have done what Jack Johnson did? Went in front of 100,000 people, 200,000 people, whatever, and be the only black man in there fighting a white man, and all white people that KKK,
Wow. Hey, and
nice
the
million.
rounds were longer back then, right? What did they
Yeah,
fight?
just forget the rounds. I don't care if it's by ourselves. It's just nobody in front of all those people who hated him, who hated black people,
Wow.
who hung black people because he won. They was doing that when Joe Louis won his fights. They would go on a killing spree because Joe Louis won and kill black people because of they were
Wow.
celebrating because he was the heavyweight champion. So imagine 50 years earlier, 40, 50 years earlier, when Jack Johnson was fighting in front of all these non-black white 100,000 white people, and he fighting, and he came there with a white woman. This is a badass Joker. This
Wow.
this is the baddest man that ever lived.
Hey, he's back. Wow. Yeah, that's a badass right there.
Nobody
Serious.
can ever do
Nice.
some shit like that. I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, I'm not going in there. Who Mike Tyson might be like, nah, anybody in their right mind would be like, I'm gonna get killed. He went in there happy, with gold teeth, with dressed nice. Come on, man. Now that's what I'm talking about, the mentality. Pardon me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's great points right there that you made. Hey, so last one, yourself and Deontay Wilder in your prime. I think you could fight him good now. Maybe even if you really set your goals and do like you're saying. I think that would be a good match even now. But how about you and him back in the days? Like let's say when you're in your prime.
Um, he'd have been tough for me to fight because he's tall
Yeah,
and
he's tough.
it's funny with me because I don't think I reached my prime yet.
Ah, yeah, yeah, and there you have it. Yeah, that's true.
Because you know what? As a youngster, I could box side to side, and with this guy, you got to take it to him and beat his ass and knock him out. So, as a youngster, I wouldn't have been probably too good at with this guy. I probably would have had problems with him unless I took it to him, which I could have done too. You know what I'm saying? And got to him, but he can hit. I ain't gonna front. But now, my older me, I'm more of a stalker. I can come to you and I want to knock you out because I know that the power is within.
Yeah,
I know the power that lies within. Let's go, champ.
yeah, and you're in tremendous shape as well. So, like, really, what's the difference between you now and back then? You're in tremendous shape as well. Maybe you're smarter than back then. Oh, there we go. Is that it? Is that it right there? Yeah. Hey, can people buy that now? Is there a website they can go to for that?
Go to cannonbis.com. CannonBis.com.
Oh, we're
Cannon.
gonna have this link on this video description as well after the show. So if you guys want to check that out, that's awesome. Hey, so going back to where we just started the interview, you were talking about the prescription drugs and like to go to sleep and stuff like that, man. And then that's it. You just got off completely on that, and
Oh,
like it's crazy.
the
It's
day I
crazy
started
how
weed, the day I started smoking
that's
cannabis,
it.
I went off cold turkey. I was taking Zoloft. I had been taking Paxil. I had been taking Depakote, Seroquel, like for like a week, and I was like, "Yo, I'm dying. Something ain't right." I wanted to kill myself. I was feeling suicidal, champ. I wanted to kill myself. I was so suicidal for like a year or two, and then I was like, "Yo, man, um, cannabis saved my life, champ. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna lie to you. It changed everything because I was in a bad place physically, mentally, and then I started smoking cannabis. But I had been doing research and was checking it out for people, for veterans suffering from PTSD, and I think there's something neurologically with fighters that it's just phenomenal. It does great for us. I've given it to other fighters, or I wouldn't say given it. Excuse me. I have told other fighters that they should
Yeah,
try it and help them, and they all came back to me, champ. Said, "Thank you, champ. Thank you so much, man. This changed my life." Like I got a friend, Chris Berg, you know, two-time heavyweight champion of the world, former champion Chris Berg. I introduced him to cannabis. I was like, "Yo, champ." He was doing bad physically. He felt, mentally he was down. And then I said, "Yo, champ, this is what I did. I said I was in the same place you was, Chris, but worse." But he was a middleweight who moved to heavyweight, so his body took a lot of punishment. You feel me?
yeah.
And I told him about the trees, man. I told him about the plant, and it changed his life. He'll tell you. Get him on your show, by the way. Two-time heavyweight champion of the world, Chris
Yeah,
Burns.
for sure, for sure. Anytime he wants. Now, with all this, right? Like, I have a fighter that he takes CBD, right? Is that pretty much similar? Like, does it have some? He says he takes it like to sleep. It's good for his joints and after workouts.
Yeah,
And
the CBD right here.
CBD, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
CBD. So you could smoke CBD too.
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
CBD flower and everything.
Wow, that's awesome, man. And that's good because there's so many people out there with like sleeping problems, anxiety, depression, all these things, and
Yes,
they're
I
taking
CBD flower.
prescriptions.
Yeah, I sell CBD flower, everything.
Nice, man. That's awesome. That's really good. Right there. Oh, look, here we go. We have it. We have it right here. There you go. Oh,
There,
shannonbriggs.com is the website too that they can
yes,
get.
you can get my merch from there, and I also
Yeah.
have cannonbits.com. Cannonbits.
AndInBits.com. We're gonna put those links up there, man. It's been great to have you on the show. But thanks for joining us, and man, I can't wait to see you fight. Like, do you have anything planned soon, like for a fight coming up?
Yeah, I'm fighting hopefully in October, and I'm fighting again in November. I'm gonna be fighting monthly now with these soundstage fights. Is easier. I think it's gonna be like the production is gonna be easier, whereas promoters can just stay busy, like do a show. I'm actually gonna get my promoter's license back, and I'm gonna be doing my own shows. Let's Go Champ Promotion
Wow,
presents Shannon Briggs, and I'm gonna be fighting monthly, and it's gonna be amazing, champ.
bro, that's amazing.
I
Hey,
want I
I
want you to stream my fights.
I'm gonna be there, of course. I wouldn't miss it, and I'll stream it for sure. I love it. I love it, man. I support you 100%.
Thank
You
you so
know,
much.
thank you for giving me this interview. And like you said, we go way back. I had a dream about you, interviewing you, and I was like, man, Shannon Briggs. Me and him would see each other at the gym. I would teach karate there, and
Yep.
then I messaged you, and you just called me. Right. That meant a lot to me. So thank you so much for that. And how's everything else been like? How you been dealing with the coronavirus stuff? Has your life changed a lot? Like since this came, it's changed everybody's life. But how's everything been with these new world that we're living in now?
Mm. I've been quarantined for like the last 12 years. You know.
So it's
I,
easy.
yeah. So I've been just chilling. I work my businesses from home. Um, I get out sometimes. I travel. Cannabis business drives me. Gets me to California quite often. But man, I'm a homeboy. I'm a homebody, man. I just like this train at home. I like to just eat good food and just, stay positive, man, looking for good things.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, thanks for joining us today. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. It was a great. It'll be great to have you on again after you win coming up in October. All right.
Thank you, champ. Let's
All
go,
right.
champ. Have a great day,
Let's
brother.
go, champ. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Woo!